Greetings. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Cancer, next 2 weeks, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is timeless because we will, for the next 2 weeks, we will remember the past of the previous 2 weeks and plan for the next 2 weeks in the future and use those energies for the present because that's really all we have. This gift is in the here and now, isn't it? And you will find this when it's going to be most beneficial to you or to someone that you know. That's why I can say it's timeless, even though we kind of look at the previous 2 weeks and the upcoming 2 weeks for Cancer. And we always go for information that is to our highest good. We seek that information from the original source, the original word. Actually, it's the original source if you put it in order. It's the original source, the original thought, and the original word, because everything starts first with that thought, that we can take that information from there. Sometimes when it comes from the originator, we need some help interpreting what some of that information is, so we rely on the Akash and any and all benevolent energies, entities, and beings with and from all dimensions. It's always for our highest good, right? Most beneficial. Let's see, so far, Cancer, past 2 weeks. Yeah, there's been some skirmishes. I've got some Cancer in my chart, so let's just say I can totally relate to that. It's been challenging. We feel like we have lost, but we have not. We have learned. There we go. We have learned. This is our stance. This is our energy. We've stood, and the reason we've been able to stand, it's almost like this storm clearing, and we see... it's not really carnage, that's kind of a dramatic thing to say. And it's left us with a lot of choices. We're kind of looking back at the last 2 weeks, and we may feel like, you know, let's consider this. They've been difficult choices, 2 sevens, right? Things of the heart and things that we feel passionate about. And we are flanked with the Emperor energy, so we have good foundation. We just it's like we still haven't brought forward into today these decisions. I think they might feel like they're it's like we're still exploring our options, and it's definitely been a challenge. To say the least. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge in the last 2 weeks. Cancer, there's been a lot of, again, challenging decisions, and, you know, we might feel that those decisions that we have made in the past have not been good. It's been more than challenging. And we had to employ our Emperor energy, standing our ground, relying on our wisdom. You might hear a little thunder and lightning out there. Well, you're not going to hear the lightning. So maybe that's kind of an affirmation with that thunder roll right there, is that this tower, it's ongoing. It's ongoing in the now. This is where we need to embody in the now, is the sun. There might be some vulnerability going on, but there is some sort of a meditative thing, a specific thought process maybe that we need to go through, because we're trying to clean this up. We're looking back and we're seeing chaos here and chaos here, but ultimately this massive, we might feel like is a massive blowout that we've experienced either directly or vicariously, and it affects us. We're very empathic, Cancer, aren't we? Let's see where we go with this. So this is Two of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely a situation where those, sorry about the twitchy camera, I have cleaned that lens, I can't tell you how many times. Oh, cut it out. And it's like the more light I have, the worse it gets. Come on now. Cut me some slack here. And even with the upgraded camera, it's still having issues. But this Two of Wands, she's definitely got something going on. Oh, you know what? It might be the smoke from the incense stick here. Let me see if I can't move that away. Hopefully that'll help. Hopefully that'll help. So anyway, so yes, this Two of Wands, she's trying to make those decisions, and it's okay. You know, a lot of times it's not, you know, do it and get off the pot, as they say. This is more of an analysis. We know what we know what to do. There are a lot of decisions. It feels like we're maybe feeling a little bit pressured, but we're balancing that right now with making sure that we don't make a hasty decision with all the things that we've had to deal with in the recent past, because it's been a challenge. Yeah, it's really been a challenge. So this is what was, this is what is. So let's utilize these abilities. We have this knowledge. We're aware of the things that we have to deal with. We know about this chaos. We're calculating. We're meditating on how to use this to the benefit of the Emperor that we have within, and we know these choices and the decisions that we're making for these choices that we've been presented in the last 2 weeks, that they have been good decisions. If there's anything that still needs to be decided on, we're going to get clarity in that. Let's figure out how we're going to get, what's that going to look like in the next 2 weeks for us to maintain this Emperor and Sun energy with all this bit of business going on either side. So there's somebody or something that you're going to pull in from the past. There's an exchange. There's an exchange of ideas and information. And there are gifts involved. Some of them might be material gifts. They're not consumable, whatever that means. As somebody that you're going to be really comfortable with, even if you haven't known them before, there's something about that individual that you're going to have an exchange with that's going to be very beneficial. And I need to start saying we. I'm able to kind of feel into it a little bit better, Cancer. So, And this feels like it's a little on the hasty side. So let's not be making hasty decisions. And I like this Knight of Swords. He's not like in the other one, but he does have the wind at his back. This Knight of Swords feels like he's got a little bit better grip. He has a youthful air about him. Don't genderify things, but that's just how this is, a very masculine feel to it. Very, very tapped in. Very, very tapped in. Very connected individual. This is not us. This is someone that we are going to encounter just like with this. And this is also a blending of balance. A blended balance, if that makes any sense. What else can we receive from the original source, the original thought, the original word? There's a lovely gentle rain. You get basically the trees and the treetops here. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We've got the past 2 weeks. We've had to deal with a lot of stuff. Let's figure out with this stuff we've had to deal with. We're still feeling a little bit of the pressure, but we're keeping it. We're keeping it, we're using it. This is a very settled kind of feel to it. I mean, like I said, that Knight of Swords, he feels like he's got the wind at his back, right? You can kind of see his cape blowing off, and he's got things under control. Dang, Skippy, better believe it. Here we are. We got that magician within us. That magician is the guy. He's going to be the one. Yeah, none of these are us. This is what we're going to be receiving. There's going to be something external, and it might be material, like physical, tangible. And I feel like this temptation is there's going to be a temptation to maybe overstep, rush things. Like I said, this feels very settled and not rushed, very confident. And I think with this Tower here, we're going to be tempted in the next 2 weeks to not take the time that's needed. Taking that time that's needed, that's going to give us it's going to help us with balancing. And this is a Justice card, but it's about balance, and it's not like a legal justice. This is like justified, the actions and the slowing down. Yeah, and we're going to be well in control. This is it's like these are we're kind of pulling these things in here with these. So kind of check yourself. We got to check ourselves. We got to try to look at things from, a balanced view to make sure we're making a just decision. That's going to really be hinged on making sure that we have that. This is like wish fulfillment. And this feels like making a wish too. That's very cool. All right. So kind of love and money is coming into my head. This may not be job related. This might be relationship related for some. And a relationship could be with another person, but it could also be a relationship with your finances, not necessarily money. Assets. Your relationship with your assets. Your attitude towards your assets. Yeah, I can't repeat that. I'd like to. Go ahead. All right. So assets. Mine is usually on a chair. That's just a bad joke anyway. That's why I kind of chuckle. So searching, what you find depends on where you go. Travel for work. Have adventures, learn more. And this is what's going to come up. This is what's going to come up as far as where you need to go, what you need to do. This is not a temptation. The temptation is to not do anything. So this is decision time. This is about tapping into what we have. Money skills, investor, taking risks, self-made, fame, exposure. So get out there. I know I have a real hard time because I have a day job, and it's like, I just don't want to do anything. I get home and it's like, I don't want to do anything, go anywhere. I know I need to do this, this, and this. But we have to get out. We have to start getting out more, Cancer. This is really, really important right now. This is going to lead towards treasure, worry-free finances. We're going to have more than enough. We're going to discover that hidden talent. We're going to discover that hidden talent. And you know what? It's not even necessarily hidden. We know. We know what it is. We're just not using it yet. We're not putting it out there. We need to be true to ourselves. A mask doesn't conceal you. It reveals you. Show who you are by what you do with integrity. Integrity is going to be really important right now. If you do what you say and say what you mean, that whole thing, that's a song, right? We're going to have solid finances, good investing, We're going to have to balance that with deep values, and this is about a long-term and position and doing work that is very satisfying. Love what you do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. That's what come through. I actually had that run through my head earlier today. So, overflowing, prosperity, full account. Now, here it says full or empty account, but what I see as an empty account is those things, because you can have a bank account, you can also have a credit account where you have a negative balance on those credit cards. Those are going away if they haven't already. We're going to be very fulfilled. This is where that, cup is going to be pressed together, shaken down, and overflowing. This is like a huge abundance. Huge abundance. It's going to come from an unknown source. And it's probably going to make us, wish fulfilled. And it's a mystery. It's a mystery. We might even call it a miracle. I could read everything on that card, but that's not what I'm feeling with this, because the moon is the mystery and we are the star. Here is the sun. We have the sun, the moon, and the star all right in a row right here. And there is going to be extra money. There's also going to be celebration. It might be a quiet one. We might retire, and that ultimately is retirement, is doing what you want when you want. So retirement has nothing to do with your age. Nothing to do with your age. Might get one. This is very limited. Yep, affirmation with that. This is a very limited. Didn't know if you heard that thunder, cloud, thunderburst. But this is a very limited number of people who will be hearing this, or this is going to relate to them. But it's obviously somebody is out there needing to hear or see or have some guidance. Again, if you need any help at all with gaining clarity, or if you have any questions and you don't want it to be, posted in a comment, my email address is listed below. You're more than welcome to reach out for that. Reach out. Don't deny yourself. Reach out. Don't deny yourself the fruits of your labor and the fruits that are hanging, that are easily accessed. Sometimes we don't even realize they're there. They might be out of range of our noticing. Yep, going out, having fun, enjoying life. Be playful, get inside your head in a space that leads you out, that leads you outside. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it made sense to me, because we need to be more playful, we need to get out more. That is our oath to ourselves. Remember, oaths are binding, so carefully consider those oaths. Right? We might be making commitments, even to ourselves, because, universe will fall in line. Hey, if that's what you want, man, here it comes. So be careful what you wish for. Yeah, be careful, because there are a lot of deceitful people. There are deceitful energies, that impish energy. And there is that shadow side that we have as well. So we want to not be wearing the mask. Let's not wear the mask. Let's be honest, true to ourselves. Let's not be deceitful. Let's be upfront. How can we help? How can we be helped with that? What's going to be something that we can look out for and maybe even pull from our memory from the last couple of weeks that we can hold precious now, and then look at considering we don't have to plan for the future, but there's an expectation here for success. There's a huge amount of abundance. Another thunder roll to make that an affirmation. Alrighty, what are we going to hear from all these benevolent energies, entities? to the sea to be fair. And, ooh, 7. That's the month. 38. That's 11. Oh my gosh, 7-11. Guess what? 52 is a 7. So what do we have here? We have a to the sea, and this is again, this feels like it's tying into the Knight of Swords here. He looks very confident, restful. He's got the same posture on his head where she's got in hers, and just as the sun is over this Knight of Swords, so is this face. Don't know if you can really see it, but there's that face that is over us as we travel through when we do have that time when we're in our heads. And this is leading over to, where did it go? I know I have a tendency to kind of pile everybody, but there's a Justice card, right? There's that Justice card that's here for us. There's some equality here. It's right here. Here's the Justice. And maybe it's because she was buried, she needed to be brought up again, because this is also about balance. And we have all this stuff inside of us, but again, we need to not forget to stay, alone. And these guys can help us do some mending. So look, these girls are not alone. They are not alone, and they're also looking up to the sky. So they appreciate that what they cannot see, they still can access. Don't know if that might make some sense to somebody. Alrighty. Let's look to see what sacred geometry can be giving us an overall collective overview of the last 2 weeks, where we're at right now, and upcoming 2 weeks for Cancer. There's a lot. There's a very cool breeze and some gentle rain, right? And it's just this gentle rumbling that's going on. So it's like this undertone of, it's like a support. It's reconnecting to our heart. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing opportunities harmonize the mind and the body. That would be our heart chakra. And this is all heart-based. We can manifest through our heart overflowing cups and emotions. This is part of our healing, but I also feel like that when we are facilitating that healing and we're open and honest and drop the mask, when we drop that mask and we aren't being deceitful, that we can be much more open. We'll be much more open to beneficial energies. I'm making a mess of things here, but I really don't care. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So again, these gals are looking up. They are mending. Mending? Does mending speak healing to you? I mean, I think that's a big part of this, is that. It's exactly that. It's going to lead to an abundance. Fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open. No masks. More open, creative, more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. That is 100%. 100%. Love, balance, justice, transparency, equity, making good choices in those tough situations. Ask for help if you need it. Again, I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you need anything, do let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff that makes this social media wheel go round. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.